Hi, my name is Michael Dadaji, and today we're going to talk about fake Israel has fallen on its own sword like a psychopath. Now, why is that? Well, last week, Gaza had done a counter-attack. We have to be very careful in what words we choose because linguistics are weaponized. Words are weaponized. Guistic. Words are weaponized. And the mainstream media, what they do is they use certain buzzwords like Gaza attacked. Well, why I'm saying that Gaza did a counterattack? Because it is impossible, get that, impossible for Gaza to attack fake Israel. And the reason being is that Gaza is a little small patch of land and it is pretty much an open air prison. And the apologetics for fake Israel will say, well, Israel pulled out in 2006 or something, but there's a land, sea, and air blockade. The MV Mavi Marvara went to send a flotilla to Gaza, and fake Israel and IDF boarded it illegally on international waters and killed 9 people on that ship that had no weapons. People forget about this. The MV Mavi Marvara, which sailed out of Turkey as a flotilla. So what's happening now? Gaza's counterattack is probably going to go down in history as one of the an incredible military victory, in that it was able to totally surprise fake Israel, and people had died, and then Israel mounted a counterattack. Israel declared war, but there's already an occupied power. Gaza does not have any air defense systems, and what the response is from fake Israel is to destroy civilian buildings with thousands of people living in these buildings and say that these are all Hamas terrorists. And they use the word terrorist because they want to take away their own terrorism that fake Israel has imposing on the Palestinian people with the illegally occupied areas for decades, for 70 years. So it's okay that we kill everybody in this building, and half the people of the 2.5 million Palestinians are children. There is no air defense in Gaza. So it's like shooting ducks in a barrel. However, everybody wants you to cry over Israel or fake Israel at this attack. Fake Israel had experienced what Gaza experiences on a daily basis. Death is death. But to sit there and say that, Gaza is in the wrong, not really. Can't say that. And it's not even that complicated. The reality is that it's a counterattack. It's a counterattack because Gaza is continuously attacked and treated worse than an apartheid state for the Palestinians that are in the West Bank. But it's okay because the mainstream media is going to keep on tying the word Hamas and terrorist, and they're not going to tell you about the terrorist state that is named Israel. This is a terrorist state. This terrorist state receives $4 billion plus of free money in military aid from the United States. They are propped up like a psychopath. So what did they do like a psychopath that has no connection? They didn't have to earn that money. They got it free from the United States. So what are they doing now? What fake Israel is doing is by going in and indiscriminately destroying over 1,300 buildings in their attack on Gaza, is to depopulate the area. This is ethnic cleansing. But this is a time when you're starting to see that maybe not mainstream media, but media is starting to say, hey, look, this is wrong. We can understand what Hamas did in killing some civilians, but are they really civilians? Because they're all conscripted to be in the military. So there are really no civilians in fake Israel. They're all military. How is it it's okay for a bomb to be dropped on a building that has no defenses and wipe out everybody in that building, or whoever is in that building, and claim that that's a Hamas target? Or apologetics for Israel like Ben Shapiro, or now even Jordan Peterson, said enough is enough. It's disgusting. This is where people lie for money, because you are responsible for what that comes into your head and what comes out of your mouth. You need to do some research. Don't just join a cause or join a talking point or parroting something that the mainstream media has said without looking at something a little deeper. Recently, the United States, Congress people have said that an attack on Israel is an attack on the United States. No, it's not an attack on the United States. The United States is not Israel. It's not part of the United States. Let them sort their business out themselves. Stop giving the psychopath free money. Because when you give something to the psychopath, it is enabling the psychopath. So let's talk about how a psychopath operates. The psychopath is disconnected from its body, and it needs enablers to feed it. And by feeding a psychopath or a narcissist, what you're doing is you're creating a disconnect from the body. So they're going to have a grandiose state of self. And this is exactly what fake Israel does. They think that they're the chosen people, even though the Bible doesn't say that about the Jews. Jews, if anything, could be the abomination children of Judah with the Canaanite woman, not Tamar. So the Jews that we have today, at best, could be from the Canaanite woman, not Tamar, where we get the Lord Jesus from. So what's going on? The United States is feeding $4 billion into a terrorist state. And what are these people going to do? They've been so emboldened, they look at the Palestinians as subhuman. And they treat them such. The Palestinians are subhuman, so they have to attack. And they're constantly attacking the Palestinians. This is what we have today. So when someone tells me, Hamas attacked Israel, that's not the truth. It's a counterattack. It's impossible that they can attack. Because these people, the Palestinian people, have been subjugated, and the Western nations have been justifying or glorifying this inflated head. But now we've come to the point that we're seeing the nasty teeth of the psychopath. And what they're doing to the Palestinians is not going to be good for them. Because now you get to see their garbage. You get to see them in how the mainstream media glosses over civilian deaths from rockets and bombs from United States supplied into fake Israel to drop them on Gaza people that are defenseless. And with the U.S. and mainstream media, hey, that's okay. It's okay to kill the Palestinians. That's the agenda that Western nations are parroting. They keep asking the ambassador of Palestine to the UK if he condemns the violence, or if he condemns Hamas. Like what is that? Hamas, what they did is a byproduct. It's a powder keg. It's a powder keg because psychopathy, punishment to the Palestinian people for 70 plus years. What do you expect to get? What really is going to be the outcome of oppressing these people all the time? Every now and then they're going to punch you in the face. But now, what did Israel do? War crimes. What did they say they're going to do? Shut off water, electric, and what's that? That's a water crime. That's a war crimes. Neftali Bennett, who was on Sky Network, was asked about, these if the electricity shut off, people that are on babies or children that are on these heart-lung machines are probably going to die. He did not care. You want to see the face? You want to see the face of fake Israel and the way they act? Listen to the Sky News interview with Neftali Bennett. I will link it to one of to the message area. I don't want to play because it's so disgusting. But he does not care. And these are the people that tell you all the time that this is a democracy, that they're they're honorable, but they got no problem knocking down a building with thousands of civilians. And to say that a baby is Hamas. This is the narrative that they're painting for you. You are responsible for what you parrot. You are responsible. God said that he was going to drive Judah from everywhere they go. This is in the Bible. And he's going to call them a byword. In fact, let me pull that up so you could see that what's happening now is giving you a taste of how God does not let people off the hook. We just got to do a search on the word byword, and it pops right up in Jeremiah. And there it is. And I have given them, okay, let's start off where it really begins. So do I make, okay, so we're in Jeremiah 24:8, and like the bad figs that are not eaten for badness, surely thus said Jehovah, so do I make Zedekiah king of Judah, and his heads, fake Israel today, and the remnant of Jerusalem who are left in this land and who are dwelling in the land of Egypt, and I have given them over for trembling, for evil, to all kingdoms of the earth, for a reproach, and for a simile, for a byword, and for a reviling, in all the places whither I drive them. And I have sent against them the sword, the famine, and the pestilence, till their consumption from off the ground. That I gave to them and to their fathers. What we're seeing today is we're seeing fake Israel conducting heinous crimes, indiscriminately killing civilians, just like a psychopath or narcissist who's been pumped up and now has this grandiose state of self will have to attack, because that's who they are. Check out the Neftali Bennett interview on Sky and you'll be appalled. And again, just because you read the word Israel does not mean that that's the Israel of God. And there's no better place of this fact than when God was talking to Samuel in 1 Samuel 16:6. And it cometh to pass in their coming in that he seeth Eliab. This is one of the sons of Jesse, where he was told that he is going to anoint the next king after Saul. Surely before Jehovah is his anointed. And Jehovah saith unto Samuel, Look not unto his appearance and unto the height of his stature, for I have rejected him. For it is not as man seeth, for man looketh at the eyes, and Jehovah looketh at the heart. And Jesse calleth unto Abinadab and causes him to pass by. The first son of Jesse looked big and powerful, and God said, God said, that's not the guy. And don't look at the eyes. Don't look on a map and see the name Israel and think that's the heart of God. This is a Zionist state, secular and self-determination, not God determination, and not planted by God. This is a counterfeit. This is Esau pretending he is Israel. God bless.